Hello and welcome to the Inspiration Pop-Up. Hi, how are you, Bridget?
Hi, I'm good. I went for a very long hike today. See, I'm a little bit sunburnt. Very long hike, and I was actually quite relieved because I had a meeting at 5:20, and I didn't. I took a wrong turn. Literally, I physically took a wrong turn, and I thought, "Oopsie, oopsie!" But luckily, I made it back within 10 minutes to spare. So yeah, I felt very good about that.
But perfect. This ties in our subject from today. What can traveling teach you? We mentioned for the subject of today. And isn't it that you really know where home is, even if you do an extra turn or something, and you have to find a solution even while traveling? Is it not
Yeah,
that?
I think also one of the things that I thought about today was, if I go on it, not if, when I go on a trip like this again, I'm going to do certain things differently. And one of those things would be I'd have a cutoff time for meetings. My last meeting would be at 2 o'clock. And then I can go for a 2 hour hike. I can then go for lunch. I can do whatever I need to do because I'm loving the hike. But there's a back of my mind going, oh my gosh, I've got to get back. I've got to get back. I've got a meeting. And that makes you love it, but it makes you quite angst because you just want to get back because you need to. So yeah, I think for me, it's about, well, as we were saying before we started this, it's about like letting go of the control, and it's about just enjoying the journey and allowing the process, and not always having to get things done and not always having goals to achieve.
So traveling teaches you as well to take breaks and to not to have meetings at all. So it's holiday. It's a
Yeah,
special time. Right.
yeah.
That's the first thing. And I said as well, when I was traveling for a long time. I don't know if everybody knows that who is watching this, but I was traveling for 1 year and then another year with some breaks, but I stayed longer in several countries. And I always felt it's interesting because in traveling or while traveling, I always had like a navigation system. I said, okay, I want to go on this hidden island. I have no idea how to get there, but always I asked people, I met people who went there already, and oh, my friend is next week going, he can take you. So everything went out really, really good. And it's so crazy that it's so difficult to do it in your normal life, not while traveling, that you can just say, okay, my goal is
Yep.
to open, I don't know, the business, and then say, okay, let it go. How it works, the navigation system of your intention will work, and it will work. Yeah, I realized it now because I had this with my business with the presenter school. No? So I just said I want to create a space where people grow, and now it's there. But for a long time I never allowed it to have this lightness, effortless energy in my normal life. But in traveling I had this magic moments like 20 times a day, because that's the magic of traveling.
Yeah, and there's a sense of kind of freedom in some bizarre way. Like you still have the same commitments. I mean, like I've still been working and I've still had the same commitments, but there's a sense of freedom. You kind of feel like it doesn't feel as structured. You don't feel like you have as many responsibilities. It feels a lot more free, which is which is amazing because it actually makes you enjoy life more. Because if you can, for me, if I can work from 7 in the morning, well, I wake up at say 5. If I can work from say 6 in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I can spend the rest of the day hiking, running, doing ever what I want to do, and having the rest of the evening doing my thing, that for me is like very inspiring. Then my mornings are so productive because I
Mm.
know that I've got that balance. That for me is very inspirational.
Yeah, and as well, I always feel in normal life, taking decisions, getting out of your comfort zone seems to be so difficult sometimes. No? But if you do it while traveling, you do it each day. You have to decide which bus you take, where you want to go, because you want to explore the world, because it's so inspiring, and to see other countries, meet other people of other cultures, and
Yeah.
you grow so much while traveling, because your personality is like expanding. Yeah, and
Yes.
this is always, as I can say to everybody, it's really a wonderful possibility to grow yourself, even if you don't like coaching or whatever, or you don't dare yet to take coachings. Go traveling, because you learn so much about yourself. You will find silent moments, you will find interesting communities as well. Or like I bumped into a Vipassana retreat when I was in Cape Town. I would never have done it before, yeah, but 10 days of silence, me, but it was good. It was an amazing experience, but I would never have done this if I hadn't met this other girl, yeah.
I think also a thing to think about is you can do the swap. I think now what's very possible, sorry for Airbnb, but I think what's very possible now is to say to people, look, you know, I'm going to go to France and I'm going to go to, one person is in France, the other one is in the UK. One's like, oh, let's swap houses, you know, through somebody, if somebody, people know somebody. And why not? Why not just swap houses? Instead of getting a hotel or doing an Airbnb, you could actually swap houses. So I think this
Or
online thing, people have developed relationships, which they haven't necessarily before, because everything has now been developed over an online platform.
yeah, but there is a wonderful online platform I use several times as well that's called Trusted House Sitter. So if you don't want to swap houses, but people who are going traveling leave their houses, and you pay like 99 euro a year, that's almost nothing. And you can stay for 4 weeks. So there are long-term stays as well in beautiful houses. Just scrolling through that website, seeing what is possible, it's just amazing. Yeah. So just as a tip for everyone who is
Wow.
traveling, even
Oh, I didn't know that.
I really was thinking doing this in my own country, to see some nice spots where to move perhaps once or so. So it's crazy. If you have the membership, you can go wherever you want. It's always just that the house or in that spot where you want to go must be a free house. Now, this is like, sometimes you can't really, if you have like just 1 week of holidays and you want to go to Lake of Geneva at that day, can be that it's not possible. Yeah. But it's amazing. Yeah. So I always would say also go traveling alone, because there you meet people in a completely different way. You learn other perspectives, you see people differently, and you don't judge people so much as you do in a normal, I don't know, day-to-day conversation, or even in a work conversation,
Yep.
you know. But if
Yeah.
you meet these people and you go traveling and alone, and I'm such a social butterfly, somebody said, but I'm always traveling alone. Yeah, yes, because I meet people, and then sometimes they say, oh, do you want to have a coffee? And then I hear their stories, you know, that I like stories. Yeah. But then so many things as a came out of this. Yeah. I had a house in New Zealand once because I met a friend of a friend of a friend who was living in Australia, and said, you're going to New Zealand. I give you the key, go there. And I said, what? I don't know if I reached this house, because it was completely remote. Yeah, but I reached it at that time. And this is the navigation system. I met it on the list and said, I want to go there. I don't know how. And then somebody offered me a car and I went there. Done.
Yeah, I think definitely that's something to look at if you are wanting inspiration and you're worried about your budget and money, to look at ways to travel, whether within your country or however you choose to do it, but look at ways to do it that can be cost effective, that can still keep you inspired through traveling.
Yeah. So just as a resume, we can say, as a traveling teaches us, like, reaching your goals in an easy and fun way. You become outgoing, you grow a lot, you brighten your horizon, and you
Yep.
get different perspectives, and yeah, you're a master in decision making after it.
Well, yeah, absolutely. You kind of have to be, right? You've got to figure that out. Yeah, yeah.
Interesting talk, my dear, today. So see you next week. I'm happy that we met again, and
Thank
have a
you.
great day.
You too. Bye.